Assalamu alaikum. My name is Yestin. All praise and thanks be towards our Lord Allah, and all blessings and peace be towards our Prophet Muhammad. So in the last video, I left off and telling you how I became Muslim, and I just wanted to include this very short video, and I believe is very important into being more closer to our families, being more closer to our families. So, as you may have known, I reverted not so long ago in February. It's been an amazing path, a very wholesome path. And with the whole change in my life, there's a lot of adjusting that I'd have to do. There's a lot of reflecting and a lot of changes that I would have to do in my life to install that I'll be a better Muslim and do the things the correct way. And at one point when I reverted, I wasn't telling my family. I wasn't telling my family I became Muslim because they were I believe they were such strict Catholics that they would disown me, that they wouldn't treat me as their son anymore, that they'll see me in a different spectrum. And that hurt me a lot. And I feared a lot that I couldn't pray in my house, that there was times I would just stay up late at the Baruch HaMaseh to pray, or I'd stay up late at the local masjid to pray because I was really scared at praying at home and worshiping at home due to the restrictions, And so what happens is there was times and moments in my life, or since February, in which after I reverted and my friends taught me more and more, I learned how to pray correctly. So I would start praying, and then after I'd finish my prayer, I would pray that my family would be understanding. I asked Allah to make it easy for me, to make it easy for my family, if He gave me the opportunity at any moment, that I would hop on it, and I wouldn't turn it down. And I always prayed for that. I always prayed that my family would understand, because in my head I thought things were going to be horrible, So what happens is, as time goes by, the first person I tell is my brother. I didn't even tell my friends first, like my best friends. I told my brother first, and my brother was very supporting. He accepted it. He came up to me and he started asking me a lot of questions, in which I tried answering to the best of my abilities. And I also asked the brothers to help me out with a lot of things. And he was very open to it. He's very loving, and especially when it comes to me praying in the room, he doesn't really bother me. There's still a few moments in which he walks in front of me, but it's innocent mistakes. It's not things that he knows of, but he knows better, And right after that, it took a lot of energy for me to tell my brother, because I was very scared, It was something that that a lot of brothers and sisters were asking me when I was going to tell my family. When was I going to tell my family? When was I going to tell my family? And after I told my brother, I believe like a week or two later, I'm still praying to do that my mom, my father, and my family would understand. And I prayed, right? And the next people I ended up telling was my best friends. In which it was very funny, because I told them, and they also had a lot of questions, in which some of them were reasonable, because they also grew up in very Catholic households, or they grew up in very atheist households in which they don't know how to worship, or they have a lot of questions concerning the Holy Quran or how I worship Allah. I told them, right, and they were joking around a little bit. They were expecting me. They were like, "Oh, you're gonna be halal boy. You're not gonna do a lot of these stuffs. You're not gonna do a lot of this." And I pretty much explained to them that a lot of the steps into becoming a good Muslim, or even a good person of faith, is beneficial for you in the long run. There's a lot of things that we shouldn't be doing, regardless if you're Muslim, Christian, or not. There's things that we should just be staying away from. And I explained it to them. And just a lot of the processes. One of the biggest things they were making fun of me about is not eating pork, in which I also explained to them the benefits of not eating pork and why you shouldn't eat pork. And they understood. They were very caring. They were very loving, and they teased me around a little bit. They expect me to. They think I'm gonna